Good afternoon and thank you for joining me on Delicious by Debbie. I am making some biscuits for my husband, Buttermilk Biscuits. I made him some sausage gravy and put it in little containers and froze it just enough for him to have for breakfast. And he likes to get that out and a biscuit like the night before, put it in the refrigerator, and then all he has to do is warm it up in the microwave. But he's out of biscuits, so I am going to make him some biscuits. So far in this big bowl, I have 2 cups of all-purpose flour, but I want 1 more. So we've got 3 cups of flour. And I have 1.5 tablespoons of baking powder, 3/4 teaspoon of salt, 3 tablespoons of sugar. With my pastry blender, I'm just going to kind of give that a little bit of a mix. And then I have 1.5 sticks of butter cut up into little chunks. I'm going to put that in next. Biscuits really are easy to make. I don't remember having them much growing up. My mom made homemade bread all the time, but biscuits was just not something she made. But my husband comes from a family where his mom often made biscuits, so I've learned to make them, and he really likes this recipe. And I'm just going to mix with the pastry blender here, the butter up into the flour until there's no big chunks of it, just small little pieces. Okay, I have my oven preheated to 450. And I have this baking sheet. I sprayed it, and then I put this piece of parchment paper. So if the biscuits are on the edge, they're still going to have some spray under them. And I have mixed this up with the pastry blender till it's all ready. Now I have 1.5 cups of buttermilk. I like to use buttermilk in biscuits. Sometimes I need a little bit more than the 1.5 cups, but we'll see how this goes. Make sure I get all the flour incorporated, and then I'll put it out onto the counter. Right, I'm going to put some flour out on the counter. I'm going to put my biscuit dough in the flour, on the flour. Gonna just kind of knead that a little bit. Okay. Try to get it all about the same thickness. And I have my biscuit cutter. Gonna put it in some flour. And that made 15 biscuits. And I'm going to put these in the oven at 450 for 15 to 20 minutes. I'll keep an eye on them so they don't get too dark. Okay, this recipe made 15 biscuits for me. They're good size. They're nice golden brown. And I baked these for 18 minutes at 450. Thank you for watching.